Hey, this is Otto Rupsman, and great copy makes you millions. Right now, I'm going to go into some of the books that make kind of the building of great copy, and kind of some things that are really useful for knowing. In my hand here is How to Write a Good Advertisement. Now, what's useful about this book is they have one of the chapters here. I'll pull it up. Chapter 2 here, Get Attention. They have the 100 best headlines in history. The 100 best headlines in history. So, let me read one to you. Suppose, this is number 86. Suppose this happened to your wedding day. No, excuse me. Suppose this happened on your wedding day. Or 88, are they being promoted right over your head? Now, all of the headlines in this book are from page 7 to roughly page 34. All of the headlines in this book by Victor O. Schwab, they are the 100 best headlines in history because the headlines were on advertisements that made boatloads of cash. And what these videos are about, again, is making you lots of moolah, dinero in your pocket, more net profits that you actually keep. So these headlines that are in this book, they actually have been proven historically to jack up the amount of sales that a person will generate in their business because these headlines are formulaic. What is a formulaic headline? Well, a formulaic headline is just that, a formula. You can take apart these headlines and decide, oh, well, how can I apply this to my business? So you open up and let's go to the first headline. The secret of making people like you. Well, the secret of making people like you. Let's say you have. Let's say you sell to farmers of all people. Farmers that grow corn. You could say the secret of making the world's best corn, or the secret of growing 3 times more corn. That is a formulaic headline that you can just insert in. Number 2, a little mistake that cost a farmer $3,000 a year. Back to farmers. I must have accidentally saw the word farmer when I was saying that. Let's say you're a stockbroker and you sell to people and get them to buy stocks. You could put out a report, a little mistake that cost a corporate executive $65,000 a year. What's that mistake? If you're sending direct mail to corporate executives to pitch them on you becoming their best stockbroker, and you're going to give them advice up front, you're going to give them education, you're going to teach them about mistakes that people make in the stock market, and you say a little mistake that cost a corporate CEO $65,000 a year, do you think you might get some attention? Yes, you would. So these are all headlines in here that can be plug and played into your business that are incredibly effective. And I actively use the 100 greatest headlines in history in my sales writing because, you know what, they work. I also do things like go after, Gary Halbert taught me to go and look at the National Enquirer because they sell more he told me they sell more National Enquirers per week than the number of Bibles that have been sold in history. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's frickin' startling nonetheless. A lot of people buy it, and it's because of the headlines. You can swipe headlines right off of that because it's emotionally riveting and it sucks people in. So this is a book. This is a great book called Triggers. Joe Sugarman. I love Joe Sugarman. That dude is amazing, and he's one of the biggest reasons why I am in the marketing business to this day. You know, when I was 19 years old, I moved mountains to go to this course called Guerrilla Business School. I actually drove from Phoenix, Arizona, up over through, over to California, then up to Oregon and up to Washington, all the way up to Vancouver, British Columbia. 1,700 miles I drove, sleeping in my car at age 19 to go to a seminar called Guerrilla Business. The Guerrilla Business School. It was a 4.5-day seminar. It was all on how to grow businesses. And so as a bright, young, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed 19-year-old, the whole day 4, it was Joe Sugarman talking about sales copy and how to increase conversions and how to make money. And this is a guy who's made millions of dollars. He started with his pen, and in the 1970s, he created a company called JS&A. Went from 0 to $50 million a year in revenue in 7 years. I mean, we're talking some serious player baller time status back in the 70s. He then rolled that off in the 90s. He started doing infomercials selling blue blocker sunglasses, and to date has sold over 200 million pairs of sunglasses, which has made him freaking very, very successful as a marketer. And it just goes to prove great copy makes you millions. He wrote this book on the 30 psychological sales triggers that get people to buy. It's incredibly effective. One of the things I did for my own learning is I went to the back of it, and every single, he actually has page 208, 209, he's got storytelling, authority, he's got all these triggers, emotion, proof of value. Well, he has it set up so you can take your objection raising, you can take your product service, write out what your thoughts are based on this. I took all of these and I record them into an audio that I listen to over and over and over again to ingrain them into my psyche so that it just naturally comes out in communication. My man John Carlton. I have written some copy for John and Stan Dahl. Did some systems work for them, wrote some copy for them a couple years back. This is John's kick-ass copywriting secrets of a marketing rebel. Nice big thick book. I have listened to the audios in this. I am not kidding. Not kidding one bit here. I've listened to them over 60 times. Why? Because John's words on copy are damn effective, and I wanted to ingrain it into my physical psyche. And these are all things that you can go through if you really want to get good at copy. Here is a nice big thick book. This is a 1,002-page BAM on copy. It's the Desktop Copy Coach, which was built on the Clayton Makepeace method. This thing is humongous, and frankly, Clayton has some kick-ass copy, and very, very good. I learned a lot about getting and charging emotions into copy from Clayton. And this, if you ever want to take the time, I think he sells it for about $1,500. This is worth it to if you really want to learn copy. Now, here's some more books. Dan Kennedy, Ultimate Sales Editor, great stuff here, timeless. Page 20, he's got the 10 smart market diagnosis and profiling questions. These are like the 10 questions you want to ask your prospects and understand about your prospects to write in a way that gets them to buy. And then Robert Collier Letter Book. This is a timeless classic on copy. Robert Collier was one of the best copywriters on the planet that's ever walked the face of this earth. So, why am I showing you all this? Well, if you want to get great at writing copy, these are all resources that you can employ and use and go through, read, and study. Or you can write a check to me and have me write you kick-ass, amazing, great copy that makes you boatloads of cash. I'm cool either way you do it. Frankly, I turn away more work than I accept these days. But if you want to write a check, you can come to me. If you want to learn it yourself, you can go to some of these resources because they're all very effective for writing great copy. So, those are some of the things you can use in learning how to make more money in your business. John Caples has some good stuff too. All right, I'll talk to you soon and see you in another video.